And we are back at it again with Mega Man 6, guys, on the Mega Man Marathon here on Atomicoms, being played by Paul Neon Davidson, of course, one of the biggest Mega Man fans out there. In the year 20XX AD, the first and last annual robot tournament was held. Look at all these nice 8-bit portraits with 8, just happens to be, and coincidentally 8 powerful robots. But Mr. X, the greatest name ever, and the most original design ever, is trying to take over the world. I've been manipulating these people. So he was the one that was controlling Wily this whole time. For the last 5 games, it was Mr. X who was in charge of the whole taking over the world scheme. Whoo boy! Isn't that a doozy? This freaking storytelling, though. Anyways, guys, yes, we are playing Mega Man 6, the easiest game of the NES series. I'm not really gonna have a whole lot to say about it, just because, like Mega Man 4, it's kind of it's in this weird middle ground where it's different enough from the rest of the NES games, where like you could call it unique, but it's just kind of, I don't know, it's because of how easy it is. You know, there's not a whole lot of challenge to it, and you don't really have a lot of time to just stop and think about it. This is again like 5. This is my second time recording this game, and we're having a way easier time with this than we did the first time. I got stuck in that one fire pit down there for like the longest time, and some changes that have happened since then. I actually, and you won't notice this because how I edit the videos. I got rid of the black border on this particular on the Mega Man games, so I don't have to keep cropping things out in post. And pretty much every video I had a Switch gameplay for, they would always have a black border around them, and then sometimes I would have to crop out that black border just to make the video look not as weird. So here I just changed the Switch's video settings, and now it's back to normal. And I'm actually using the charge weapon, unlike in 5 where I was never using it. I don't know why I decided to use it. I do regret not using the charge shot more often in 5 though. Shouldn't really be a problem here though, because here everything is just going down like a tower of dominoes. You don't stack dominoes. That's not how they work. The fire down below us is instant kill, so don't jump into it. You can jump in the oil, but you can't jump into the. And there you go, an E-tank just out in the open. This is like Mega Man 3 all over again. Except it won't take a billion hours to beat. And Flame Man's not the easiest robot master to go after, but it's convenient because you get some new adapters that were not available in the in any other Mega Man game. In fact, it's that 6 and 7 are the only 2 games that actually really ever use this type of technology. And it is like the last NES game too. It came out the same year as Mega Man X as well, and we'll be seeing some kind of remnants of that development process, because I feel like they were trying to make the classic games feel more like the X games. Oh, come on. Ow. Like they were, because 6 will have more of a 6 will have more of a basis on exploration. Or maybe, oh yeah, I should probably use my Mega Buster. Or my Charge Buster. Ow, really? I walked into the fight. I can't move I can't go anywhere. Ow. I just died. Oh, God. Jump! I'm doing it again, aren't I? Wow, you gotta go right into me, aren't you, buddy? Oh, that's not gonna kill me, but the other one did. Why is the fire a shield? It's still going by faster than it usually would, so that's saying something. So yeah, for boss battles, I'm definitely gonna be using charge shots a lot more often. There's more exploration in 6, and then 7 was really heavy on story. Also had a really huge focus on exploration. Using the, yeah, we got the rush power adapter. Using the different weapons. 6 is a lot better with its weapons. It's a lot more versatile with how some of the stuff works. Now I'm trying to remember... It was Blizzard Man, yes. You would think that the snow would be weak to fire. That's what I thought Plant Man was, because he's a plant. He'd be weak to fire too. But nope, he's not. He's actually weak to snow. And 6 does have a pretty good soundtrack. I would say it's better than 5's definitely. I gave 5 a lot of credit because it differentiated itself a lot. I think this does a much better job of it because that one was trying to be more atmospheric with its music. This one is just straight up white noise. Just you know, it sounds more grand. Definitely. Let's get an extra life. We'll try out that. I'll show off the power adapter in just a bit. First, I need to get onto that top layer, though. Ow. I was also looking at the museum for Mega Man 6 for a little bit, just to look at its production and stuff. A lot of this, I know, they're trying to be funny with this. Oh, here we go. Now we can use the power adapter. They're trying to be funny a little bit with some of Mega Man 6's enemies and stuff. Because they would say, like, some of the bosses were based off of, like, things that Dr. Wily saw during his childhood. Like, when we get into Plant Man stage, I'll get into one of the enemies especially. And then, yeah, this is... Power adapter right here is literally just, you can't slide in it. But it's a pretty powerful shot. Let's go in here. Get another E-tank. Going pretty easily. Don't want to use too much of the fire, though. We gotta use it for the boss, after all. Get out of there. These are kind of interesting weapons, and later on we're gonna get a jetpack, which is a Rush Jet. This game's version of Rush Jet, which is pretty broken, honestly. And by broken, I mean it's freaking overpowered. Or not overpowered, but it's like, you can use it pretty much just to go wherever you want. Oh, come on. I can literally hit you in the face. I'm going to hit you in the face. Why am I having such issue with this taking you off? Power adapter. Oh, jeez. Let me just move a little bit more. Slide! Oh, this is going well. It doesn't have as good as range as the Mega Buster does. And, yeah, as you can tell. Why did it scroll back on screen? Ugh. I'm not... oh my god. I'm not using the E-tank for this. Getting you there. I'm sorry that you know, I couldn't wrap that around my brain, then I get health. Oh my god. Come here, Squid. Get lost, Squidward. Jump! The environments are definitely more varied as well. Got a nice submarine in the snowy areas where it stops going up and down if you die. And then I use the power block here. Not the power block, the It's just a punch. It's a pretty powerful punch. Oh, for frick's sake. There we go. You shouldn't be relying on it that much, though. Again, you can't slide in it. It's just clunkier, really. God, wow, this thing is... I said it was easier, probably the easiest game, yet I'm dying more often in these levels than I was in 5. Now I gotta break this open. Yeah, going to Flame Man just makes getting some of the items a lot faster, or a lot easier. It's more convenient that way. Yeah, we're just 2 levels in and we're already getting up to 3 E-tanks already. And no, I'm not sick. I'm literally recording this right after doing 5. I don't know, am I not able to handle multiple Mega Man games in one go? Is that the messed up part of my life? I just can't do it. Like, 6 isn't a bad game, just... No, I don't go back to play it all that often. Now forget it, let's go through. I'm never gonna fight that squid. Wow, you wanted me to die already? Right at the end of the level? So you'll activate anyway, even though I didn't stand on you technically. What is wrong with me today? And that didn't hurt me. Alright. Now the explosion doesn't want to kill me. I don't know what's up with me today. Maybe I shouldn't eat food before playing video games. I don't know. Lizard Man just curls up in a ball. Of course, weak to fire. I'll just kill him. Just let him kill me. I don't care. It's kind of freaking adorable, honestly. Curls up in a ball and he throws just snowflakes at you, which can kill you for some reason. Boss battle's great too. Oh, the boss theme, I should say. Why can't I jump? Something's gotta be wrong with my controller. I can't jump half the time. I'm not losing the... I'm gonna use your freaking weakness on you, Lizard Man. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm just off on my off game. I can't even say today, because, like, you know, if I hadn't said I was doing 5, I could have said, I got sick again, guys. I can't do that. And this is my second time recording this. Bee attack. Bzz. I throw insects at you. As you could see from these, that's kind of cute, though. They put just your one-up heads around there just to signify that you beat it. I don't know why I find that so funny. But that's also just that's to signify that you completed the level. Because yes, in this game there is a difference between beating a level and completing it. I will get into that later on. Plant Man's got a freaking nice intro, or got a nice song here as well. Freaking grasshopper. Health and an extra life. How easy is this? Like in 5, I was getting like 1 billion lives a second just by beating certain enemies. Here it's all because of you jerk. Oh, here it's because it's literally offering me all this stuff. Let's climb out of here before we lose more life. The menu has become a lot more annoying to navigate, though. Sometimes, you know, up doesn't mean down. Plant Man is in the middle of the rainforest in Brazil, I believe. Get an E-tank, alright. Thanks, Eddie. Wish you had done that in 5. Here's the gorilla that I was going into earlier about Wily, you know, basing some of these enemies off of his childhood. This is based off of a movie he saw when he was a child. What movie is that? I don't know. Is it an Easter egg? Couldn't tell you. Maybe King Kong? Because he's a kaiju? I don't know. It's just weird, like, because some of these characters are not supposed to be Japanese. Like Mega Man and Dr. Light are supposed to be American, and then, Wily's supposed to be American as well. Maybe part German, maybe kind of German as well, but, yeah, you gotta remember, it's still made by the Japanese. This is a Japanese-made game, so what's the deal with that? This is a very dark and black rainforest, though. This is pretty easy. You can push him back. This freaking game is full of enemies that'll just keep going forward until you hit them somewhere else. Then they're a weak spot. And they got springs, which jump you up higher based on whether you're holding down the jump button or not. That's a simple mechanic. Oh, you fish! These fish are actually based around the that one fish that was in Mega Man 2. That was only in like the castle level. It's based smaller version of that, apparently. I'm trying to make sense. They both come up when you're jumping over them. And I don't know whether this is a cute detail or it's supposed to be some weird Mega Man lore. But the health is in the flowers. It's a sign, guys. Renewable energy is closer than you think. Ow. I want to get this health. Can't get it, though. When I get the Rush Jet adapter, we would be able to get that, definitely. And again, I forget when we get Rush Jet in this game. Plant Man's pretty easy, though. I think you're supposed to go after him first. But again, for convenience sake, you should probably go after Flame Man. Oh, wow, that sucked. I got destroyed by his shield. There we go. He's pretty easy, though. He just walks into you. He'll make a shield, jump away. There's a pattern you could get him stuck in where he'll keep walking away from you like this. I don't know how to activate it, though. I guess you have to be on a certain amount of side of the room. I got him stuck in it right there. Yeah, simple enough. Now we get another useless shield. He didn't even get he didn't even get the freaking data until it just right went into him. Now I get Rush Jet. Speak of the Dickens. Plant shield. Plant barrier. Stage select. And I'm trying to remember Tomahawk Man. Because all the Robot Masters in this game are based on different ethnicities. I have a really weird freaking way to memorize the weakness order in this. For some reason, I always think of Native Americans getting allergic to plants, which doesn't make any sense. Oh, look, there's a clever little arrow right here. Telling you to break this in order to get an E-Tank. And they got cowboys. When was this game made? The 60s? Nah, the game would be way more offensive at that point. Then again, this is Japan we're talking about. I do wonder if the Mega Man team ever traveled anywhere in order to get inspiration for any of their levels. That would say a lot for Napalm Man stage, though. If you remember that whole bit of drama that I did. I still don't know if that was Vietnam they were talking about. I really still need to look that up again. Maybe by 7 I'll find out. I should not be. This just goes to show you I should be using more of my charge shot, because that boss is supposed to be super easy. But I wasn't doing crud. Oh jeez. These guys you should actually be using the power adapter for. I don't care. Losing such few health, that doesn't even matter. Hi again, Eddie. Another E-Tank, Eddie, wow. 6 already. And I'm barely halfway through the game. And this is where I like the... This probably is the nicest looking of the NES games, though. There's an interesting little sun graphic in the background there. Just making it look like sunset. No, it's not sunset anymore. Yeah, I don't know how the heck you're gonna make these jumps without the jet adapter. Jesus Christ. And more health, more E-Tanks, and more... Yeah, we're gonna get another thing in this game, which makes the game... Which it would also end up becoming a staple in later Mega Man games. I'm trying to remember where exactly... If it's in this level, or if it wasn't a different level. Now we'll see in a bit. Actually, I think it is in this level. I did say I wanted to use the charge shot for this one, but I can already fly, so who cares? Nah, we'll go over here and do it. Oh, you're cute. Oh, you shut up. There we go. Makes it easy. So there's two ways we can go into here. This is what I was getting to earlier. That there's actually multiple paths in some of these levels, which going a certain way will give you a certain thing that will help you to beat the bird back from Mega Man 5. He does essentially the same thing, but he's not as useful. This is like a terribly designed area, though, right here. Oh, Proto Man shows up. And that's all he does. That's the only time he ever appears in the whole game. And he just gave us the power adapter, which now whenever I get an energy capsule that refuels your weapons, you don't have to keep switching your weapons out. It'll just go automatically. The refilled energy will automatically go to the lowest weapon that you have, the weapon with the least amount of ammo. And now we're gonna go through the other segment of the level. Once you know these are here, you pretty much should always be going this way, unless you don't care about beat. Which you probably won't, but for completionist's sake, I'll do this. Going this way. Weird platforms. Now we're gonna be fighting the Native American man. I don't know, that sounds weird. I'm not gonna say anything about it. I was gonna say this is like kind of like a stereotype or whatever. Yeah, there's a greater emphasis on having the Robot Masters be from different ethnicities, because this is the first time that the Robot Master, because in Mega Man's 1 through 5, the Robot Masters were all designed by Japanese kids. In this one, it was designed by, still Japanese people. There was also one from Canada, and there was one from the United States. I forget which one is which, though. And we got beat B parts, so now we spell out beat, so only 4 levels will have this. I mean, finding the second pathways are easy. It's just getting through them. It could be weird. And all of these levels, I think, are the ones that have the EATs. So Tomahawk now, we're going to have the Americans go up against the Japanese, and they are going to lose. Master of Sphere. Yeah, that's a different thing. They also give them like little subtitles as well. Now we're in Tokyo. It's Mount Fuji. I know for a fact that the team didn't have to travel that far to make this game, or make this level. I bring up that Mega Man OVA thing again, and that, this kind of I'm kind of surprised they didn't use that for a little bit of inspiration. Like, just use Samurai Man or whatever. Gonna get through to you. All this Japanese culture, so little time. This isn't the way. I don't think this is the way of the boss battle. It's just another route you can take. Yeah, so 6 definitely does do a lot of things differently. Yeah, get him in his eyes. This is supposed to be a tank. A frog tank. That's pretty awesome. And he fires out lasers. Oh, come on, die. Again, I'm not using my charge shot. I gotta be using that more often. I'm just going to blank here. More E-tanks! God. There's literally one part in the X Castle where you get 4 lives all at the same time. Like, they're just that generous with you. And that's where we would be coming from if we went the regular way. You would have to slide out that way. Now we're going to slide out anyway. Shooting at the teddy bears. This must have been a fun toy. So now we're going to be going up to the other route. And there's jail, so there's a... I don't know. I've never been to Japan, so I don't know what half of these places are probably based on. If anything at all. Your shots are also less powerful when you're in flying mode. It's a nice way to balance out, I guess. Pretty much need to go this way. And here we go. Yeah, these levels are definitely shorter than they were in 5. 5, they kind of overstayed their welcome. Alright. America! Come on. Come on, Sushi Man. I really do hope that this freaking playthrough doesn't, that the humor in this doesn't just equate to me just making stereotypes. That's not even a good stereotype. What the heck am I saying? Sushi. Everybody loves sushi. I like sushi. Maybe I can go for some sushi right now. Probably should have tried eating that rather than just a sandwich. An American sandwich. That's the other thing. 5 weapons were way better. This weapon's way more effective than anything else that was in 5. Easy enough. I would have died like 5 times right there, but who cares? I still do have a bunch of E-tanks. I just got it out of nowhere. Oh, by the way, this screen looks familiar. And yeah, and then this is the first game actually to demonstrate the actual weapon that you get. I forgot about that. So Yamato Man goes up to the it was Nightman. Mobile defense, wait. There's just some freaking good music in this game. How many lives and stuff do I have? I got 8 E-tanks. Just barely halfway through and I already got 8. I'm almost capped out on them. And now we're gonna have our 5th life. Yeah, there's no excuse for getting a game over in this game. Those guys are harder to kill without the power adapter. These guys get sent flying backward. Gonna wait down here. I hit you back. No, stop. Ah, okay. I thought that did not crush me. Alright then, that was interesting to see. For me at least. Don't know about you. See, if Wily's not the main bad guy, then why is there a skull here? I don't get you, game. We'll use Blizzard, why not? It's just more radius. These weapons are a lot more mobile than they are, I never used... Wait a minute. I didn't use... Did I use Tomahawk Man's weakness? Did I even use Plant Barrier on him? I don't remember what I'm doing anymore. Oh, man. Let me use Plant Barrier right now. I'm not going to be using it right now. Yeah, so much like Star Crash, it's just a shield. It stays up for like one hit. Otherwise... And you just can't throw it. Pretty much. Which was the basis for Star Crash, is that you could throw that one. So at least you can use that as a projectile. This one is just more useless. Oh, what are you going to give me now, Eddie? Weapon energy? What am I going to use it on? Whatever. I'll use it for this. I'm already getting a bunch of E-tanks already, so I'm not even asking for that yet. Probably not gonna. Some of the castle bosses, I guess, can be kind of difficult. Those guys are freaking obnoxious. They're like nerds that get upset. Yeah, that's just evil. That just looks freaking evil. They get an evil little smile on their heads. It's like... I don't know, what nerd would do that? Not that I would know, I was never the... I never bullied anybody. I was the nice guy. I love these little bouncy things. What the heck are these things? Why are these little circles making me bounce? Alright, let's go through the secret area. Yep, that's already making it easier. Allow me through, please. Let me see if I can rush jet it. I know you're supposed to... Obviously, you're supposed to punch it. As you could tell, you don't need it. Get the Buster out. I don't know, were the English ever defeated by the Japanese? I don't think they were. I don't recall that being a thing. Alright. Knigget man. And your mom smells of elderberries. Your mother! There's no French robot master in this game. Because the French robot master would give up as soon as Mega Man came in. That is a stereotype. I don't even know how French people are. I don't know. Let me look at my statistics. Let me see if any French people are watching this. Nope. Okay, I can make fun of French people then. They are either inhospitable or they run away from everything. Centaur man. Interesting freaking design for a robot master. He's in Greece, so he's automatically... This is already pretty awesome. He's probably like one of my other favorite robot masters. Maybe like top 5 definitely. Maybe top 3 even. Oh, come on. Stop dropping on top of me, jellyfish. Pelican robot. I was also thinking for later installments on the marathon. I don't know how the heck you're supposed to get past that guy. I would definitely bring in some freaking guests to come in and talk with me, because I don't want to just be quiet. I know that, like, I'm pretty sure, you know, I probably said this in a previous episode of the marathon where, like, I don't want to just be sitting here just being quiet, because, you know, the whole part of the Let's Play is to commentate over the game, you know, that you're playing and all that stuff, but at the same time, you don't want to talk too much, but sometimes I don't really meet that. I feel like I don't really meet that balance. You know, it's kind of like my whole concern about how long I should make my playthrough parts. for these parts, for these like type of games, these short games, I feel like I just, you know, I could record it in one sitting. I could play the game in one sitting. I'll just record it in one sitting. So I'll just do that. So like here, it's like, you know, how often should I talk and when should I not talk? This is a kind of interesting little area though. It's pretty experimental. Upside down water though. Automatically better water robot master than Wave Man. Which is sad because he's not even a water robot master. What are you gonna give me now, Eddie? Health. I go for a 1-up. You got any 1-ups on you? Give me a 1-up. Yep, it's still the same method of randomizing the items. That was in 5. It's based on whether you entered the room or not. Oh, whatever. I'm not gonna waste time again. We're actually making pretty good time though. This is I forgot how long. I was like, I want to say we beat the Robot Masters in 5 like in like an hour. This one it's like been only like a half an hour and we only got one Robot Master left after this. Because they're not wasting time this time around. Oh, I see those arrows. Okay, I'll actually have to fight you this time. Freaking squid. I actually do want to make my own Mega Man fan game. I don't know if I've ever said this either, because it's just been that long. Wanted to make my own Robot Master where I would make a Satire Man. Just kind of like Centaur Man. And that, like, he's half man, half like a... In Satire Man's case, I think it's a goat. I just like Centaur Man that much. And in the same area that I saw about the whole Dr. Wily, you know, basing the enemies off of certain things from his childhood, I also learned that probably the best strategy for fighting Centaur Man is to just be on the sides, or to be in the center of the room. Because otherwise these shots are going to be way too difficult to dodge. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess I don't really need the guide, you know, to tell me that, but still kind of interesting. It's a pretty simple, you know, pattern. Simple solution just to dodging his projectiles. You would never think it'd just be as simple as just don't go to a certain part of the room. Now we got the Centaur Flash, which is like a mixture of gravity hold and time stopper. I don't know what exactly it's supposed to do. It's just like a flash thing or whatever. Now we got all the beat parts, of course, so we got beat is useful now. Well, not really, because I'm not going to be using him, because he kind of sucks in this game. He doesn't go after literally anything. Like, very rarely will he ever go after a enemy. Oh, we got pandas. Now we're in China. We're in China. They got these robots taking our jobs. Whose fault is that? We got health. I don't need it. They got pandas that are dangerous. Yeah, I don't know why. What about Chinese screams out wind though? And it's not that the Robot Masters, you know, based on their design, means that they're from that area. Like the Windman, I don't think he was made by a Chinese kid or whatever. I think that's just like I think maybe it was just like an emphasis on, like, you know, diversity. You know, Mega Man 6 is the first one to do it. It was the first very inclusive Mega Man or video game or whatever. Oh, shoot. Bunch of noise outside of my door. There's a bunch of freaking... You know, there's not... I'm just thinking about Black Panther now and how it's like, oh, it's such a diverse movie, even though there's only like 2 white guys in the whole game. Or not the whole game, the whole movie. Just think about this. Like, there's like a robot master from every like continent. Isn't that cool, guys? Oh, come on. We don't need the sea tank, but we're gonna get it anyway because it just finds it easier. We need this health anyway. Who cares? So I don't know. This is like a Chinese mythology thing. Like, originally I thought that Tomahawk Man was made by was the one that was made by the American guy, but it wasn't. Or like maybe like Blizzard Man would be made by the Canadian guy or whatever. I think Nightman was the one that was made by the Canadian guy. I can't remember. Either way, like I know the guy that the American winner was in a interview. And he was really happy about winning, of course. I mean, who wouldn't be? I mean, you designed a character and said character is in a video game. My number 9 tried that out. I almost won that. Except that one was literally like, oh well, you gotta base the mighty number off of something that's in your country or whatever like that. And the design I went with was, because I'm in California, I based it off of our state bird, which is the quail. I forgot which type of quail. I don't think it's really specific on what type of quail. But that's our bird, is the quail. It is a quail. And that's the design that came the closest to winning, was just our quail. And I based a lot of it off of Mega Man X Robot Master. Or not Robot... God, I had one job. Mega Man X Maverick. I fail with Classic Mega Man, and I'm failing with X now. Alright, last Robot Master. Come on. This just makes me fear for Mega Man 7, though. Fine, let's use Beat. Let's see how well he does. Look at that. He's not even going after him. He's not even active. Like, hey. Yeah, we gotta use Centaur Flash on him. It's pretty much like Gyro Man. Just don't use it when it's on, when he's in invincibility frames. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Give him a seizure, I guess? But did it. I love how it plays the teleportation sound effect even though it doesn't teleport away. You got W Storm. You got Window. And he just shoots a tornado that goes across the ground. It's like Arrow Shooter, except didn't care. And we beat the game. Mr. X. Who just has a big ol' X on his frickin' castle, or his mansion. Or whatever. Where's the entrance even? Is that thing right there? It looks like a wide-ass garage door. That's in the middle of this weird city, too. I think this is kind of like where, I don't know, like, is it where that Mr. X was the villain? And it came out the same year as Mega Man X. I wonder if that confused anybody. And what is with the city? I brought this up in 5 too. Like, what's with this city in the background? What's with that one tower? It looks like it has an iron on it, or a saucer of some kind. It's supposed to be the future. Yeah, it's like the least futuristic future I've ever seen. Jet power. Ow. Ow. Nice designed ladder there. Climbing segment. I don't know. Come on, get down here. Let me shoot you. And here's kind of a hard area to get through. Need to charge up. This is why. You'll probably you'll either fall, you won't be able to do the stunt, or you'll hit the spikes. But this is kind of a shortcut, which has a bunch of frickin' items in it that you can get. Let's just say that I'm gonna be capping out right here, right now. It's freaking easy. Get all this health. If I lost any weapon energy, you know what? Let's just do that. Whatever. Centaur Man. Centaur Flash. There we go. There we go. Who cares? Because I hope nobody has a seizure like they did in Mega Man 2. I don't know if anybody had a seizure in Mega Man 2, but... And here is the greatest thing you'll ever find in a classic Mega Man game. 4 lives just stacked on top of each other. That is just amazing. And we're at the boss door. I love it when you just do it. It's like punch, punch, punch. Punch, 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 punch. What are you punching at, Mega Man? This robot master. This robot master. This robot's kind of weak to it. You gotta hit it sooner than you think you should. Don't hit it right as soon as it gets next to you. The punch is all you need. Ow. You gotta make sure you hit it. That's important. Oh. I got all the E-tanks I can, I can spare. So who cares? There we go. Did it. Easy enough. He's also got a large dome. I do want to know what, the practicality of a lot of these parts of these castles. I love Mr. X's theme for some reason. There's all this pink. Oh yeah, there's these secret areas over here that you can get in. And that is the energy balancer at its finest. Ow. Don't know why that's there, why those spikes are there. And guess what? Ow. Game over. Falling, blinking and falling. Definitely making me use my upgrades, so that's nice with the level design to do that. It's like, oh yes, you have this weapon, use it. You have to do that right here. It's testing you. So you learned from that. Now I'm just thinking about Ego Raptor's video about the Mega Man sequelitis, where it's like the level design is teaching you and stuff, and I'm like, that could be it. Same time though, I don't know. It seems like giving him a little too much credit there for, something that probably could have been coincidence. I'm sure some of that was like, well, we saw right there with like the yellow grates and like, oh, that means that there's a, like a bottomless pit right there. And it teaches you later on. It's like, yeah, that could have been the case, I guess. It just seems like such a minute thing, though. It's not even like a major part of the game. It's just like the one level. Silver Tomahawk. This guy's easy to freaking fight, though. As long as you dodge the projectiles, of course. That don't even make it to you half the time. Speaking of not making it to you half the time, my weapons aren't getting to him half the time either. Come on. Oh, jeez. There we go. Almost died. I lost a bunch of freaking weapons, but weapon energy, but... And there is no M-Tank in this game. 7 is definitely the game where they started to, make, I don't know. What's the word for it? Well, they just started to, like, what's the word for it? I'm one of those people where, like, I feel like I have a better vocabulary than I think I do, but when it actually comes down to it, I don't actually use any of it. Or I just can't think of a specific word. But, 7 is when they actually started to make things more consistent. That's not the word I was looking for, I just wanted to say that. That's just a word I thought about. I don't need you. Now I need to get through here. Oh, I might as well get this. Who cares? Flying. I shall be flying. Going past you too. Oh, just throw it. Jerk. See ya. You know, actually, now I think about it, the whole statement made no sense about 7 making things more consistent, because 8 literally just threw all that out of the window. With like literally everything that it did. There's no E-tanks in 8. There's no freaking no tanks at all in 8. It's probably got to be the most experimental game in the whole friggin' series. Well, aside from base. Any of the 32-bit classic Mega Man games are pretty experimental. And they all fail because of that. Come on, throw you. Where's the end of this level? I'll go this way, why not? Forget it, I don't care. I want to get through here. E-tank! Is there a secret this way? There's a shortcut? What do we got? What do you got for me? Ow. Okay, so it's definitely a shortcut. Or just an easier cut, I guess. That doesn't affect it. Ugh, come on. Come on, knockback. Let me just get the jet out, because jet's just going to make this a way easier. We'll get through it faster. I don't know who Hatch is. At the same time, I don't really want to turn off those notifications. Health. Oh, come on. I can fly. Yeah, that was... Physics actually plays a part in this. Doing frickin' jet. And add Mr. X. Finally. Not that that matters, we still got another freaking level to go after this. So he came in from the left. And now we're going to the left, and the freaking doorway we just walked out of isn't there anymore. I don't know how that works. So what weapon is he weak to? Nope. What are you weak to, sir? This is what he's weak to. Yeah, back when these weaknesses actually did like 1 billion tons of damage. I'll just start using the E-tank now. Might as well. Oh, jeez. Oh, just die already. Who cares? Okay, that was close. I was sliding again rather than jumping. Last level in the whole game. Because Mr. X is clearly the villain. I kind of wish they would make it so you could find stuff in later games. That's the reason why I really want to like 7 more, because it hits the balance of, you know, innovation and you know, holding on to the true, you know, what made the original game so unique, but it's just so clunky at the same time as well. I don't care. There is a thing around here. Ow. No, go to the right. What the heck? Yeah, for some reason, my controller's been acting up for some reason. I have no clue why. Let's get back to being at top speed. Alright. Getting all our energy back. These Xboxes. They're Xboxes, guys. Isn't that clever commentary? No, not really, because Xbox didn't come out yet. Isn't it weird that Xboxes aren't really boxes? I guess Xbox Ones are, but that's not saying much. They're just VCRs. They've always looked like VCRs to me. I just know there's initials on these blocks. Woo. W-E-W. Wonder why that's there. Really? The frickin' wall guy hit me? Okay, there's that. This guy's just screwed. There's the littlest bit of space. We're gonna go up here, though. This is where all the good stuff is. They also like to tout this game as being like the originally when it came out. We're gonna see this in a bit. 6 was kind of supposed to be the last classic game, and I think that's why they introduced X like literally at the same time. Because like, oh, it's the end of the classic series and it's the beginning of the X series or whatever, and then they just went ahead and made 7. Because after all of this, it's gonna say get ready for the final battle, and then Wily was, you know, thrown in prison and all that stuff. So it's like, was this literally supposed to be Mega Man's last game, like, ever? But they didn't want him. They, you know, Mega Man's just so popular back in the day that they didn't really want to give him up. It's kind of interesting to think about. Get this E-Tank just to get back up to 9 again. Oh, screw you and your knockback. Now it's not an issue. Jump. Where's the boss room? I want to get in there, please. That would have been some Dragon Ball Z stuff if I had freaking dodged all that. Or Matrix. I guess Matrix. I don't know why I had to default to... Dragon Ball Z. Here's another one that's weak to power. It's actually kind of funny when he's hit him with the power glove. He goes back the other way. I just love this perpetually evil face that's on him. And he goes backwards. It's like physics. So cool. Physics. Whoops. Oh, come on. It's one last hit. There we go. And here is the point in the game that pisses me off. My game is valid. It has the worst grammar check, spelling check. No, it's because Dr. Wily was the main villain. It's like, I don't know. Was it not that obvious, guys? Let the final battle begin. So technically, you're telling me that we just fought Dr. Wily, and now we're going to have to fight him again just because he took off his mask? With Scooby-Doo logic? Dr. Wily? He would have gone away with it too if it hadn't been for the super fighting robot kid. This meddling kid and his... He does have a dog. And your dog too. Maybe that was the whole... Maybe that was the whole inspiration. This was just one big old Scooby-Doo game. And the music's not as good anymore. Get this health, because why not? There's a secret coming up right around here. That's just the reason why, because it's like, it kind of defeats the whole, because like, at least with like 4 and 5, at least like, with 4, it's like, it was supposed to be like a brand new villain. And it was believable that it could have been a brand new villain. But you can't really... And then 5 is like... It was supposed to be... Yeah, it was also supposed to be a brand new villain as well. Well, not really. Like, they were trying to say that, oh, Proto Man's the main villain now. Nah, we gotta get to this area. Except frickin', it's kind of being annoying. It can be annoying doing this. There you go. And, this one, it's just Wily again. They just took off his mask. It's like, doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of, you know, having 2 castles or whatever? It's like, why are we gonna fight him a second time then if he's just gonna do the same thing? Yeah, you're trying to be clever with your level design, aren't you there, Capcom? Give me all this health. It's like they just didn't know where to put any of this health. Now if you go to the right, yeah. I'll get all this. And that's why 6 is kind of awesome. No, just it's like, you know, this entire part, you know, this entire part of the game is just pointless to me. I think. Like, he gets an extra chance. Because he doesn't have an actual beard in real life. Or anything in real life, because he's just a fictional character. What do you got for me now, Dr. W? Mr. XYZ. WXYZ, maybe that's why they did it. So next time we're going to be seeing Dr. Y and Dr. Z. It's a Pokemon game. And here's the other guy that's based on a video game that Dr. Wily played, because an old man like him apparently was playing video games when he was a kid. What do we got? So wait, what does he weak? I think he's weak to this. Yes, he is. He just, you got to hit him in a really specific area is the only thing. Now. Why even make the platforms? Like, what's the point of these platforms? What is the platforms? Easy enough. Yeah, it's based off a dinosaur, I guess. I don't know what game that's from. This came out in the 90s too. It's like, I don't know, from the 80s, even though this game looks like it was made in the 80s. I don't know what you're getting out there, Capcom. Oh, now it's snowy for some reason. I don't need it. This makes me wish you can hold more than 9. At the same time, this is the same person, the same guy that says, like, why don't they just limit the amount of lives you can have in New Super Mario Bros. 2 to 99? New Super Mario Bros. 2 would be a much more interesting game if its difficulty was amped up, and if you could only have 99 lives. That means that the chances of you getting a game over would be way more exponential. Okay, let me hurry up and get this out. There we go. Shortcut. Again. That's just me, though. Because if you're gonna have a game that goes over 99 lives, or don't even bother having lives in the first place. A lot of games would benefit from not doing that. I'm glad Mario finally got rid of that. Kinda wish Mega Man would do that same thing. But that's not the case. And I know there's a workaround for that. So I can't. So don't even bother walking. Really? Well, we gotta go down here anyway, so I think that's the whole point of it. But maybe I want to get this energy capsule. You ever think of that, Capcom? Oh, that's the enraged nerds. It's the devilish nerds that, I hate these guys, though. They can be pretty annoying if, wow, that was close. Let's see them in action, shall we? No. I want to look at their face. They're just freaking angry. They will just try going after you. It's just... Jeez, calm down, dude. Centaur flesh. He got replaced by another one. Hello, friend. Ugh. And out of there. Alright. Part of me was trying to think of a joke. I couldn't come up with one fast enough. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe Let's Play just isn't in my repertoire of skills. Specifically talking. And here's the other enemy where you gotta hit him back, but luckily he's weak to the wind item. He does a lot of damage too, jeez. Oh, come on. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? This thing will get up in your grill. So you're just... I don't know what's even the point. Just back him up. Back up. Give me some space. Oh, come on. Give me some space to work with. There we go. And that's how you deal with an assaulter, children. You keep shooting them so that way they'll back away from you. And then you blow on them very hard. Not in the way that you might be thinking. As long as your mind is in the gutter. Now we got boss rush time. We got another E-tank that I'm not going to use. I'll get this one, though. I will be ow. Yeah, this level's kind of deceptive with these fans. Literally don't do anything. Here you'll need to jump. And they get blindsided. Thank you for that. Destroying you, because I will need this health now. I do wonder how many E-tanks I'll have by the end of this. If I'll have 9 or not. Shooting you. And now we got boss rush, which I will be cutting past, of course. And we are back, folks. That was quick. Now we just teleport out, okay. Let's get a move on. But as I was saying before I got cut off, yes, this has been a pretty short part, honestly. I wasn't expecting it to be this short. I go back in? Nope. But I was expecting it to be just a little bit easier. And even then, a lot of that's just my fault. Again, I don't know what the frick happened to me this entire part. Like, seriously, Mega Man is not a game that... I don't know who else has ever, you know, just literally sat down and just played Mega Man's 1 through 6 in order. I guess it could get kind of, like, fatiguing maybe a little bit. Just because they're all so similar. In fact, I told myself that, yes, I talked to myself. No, I just think to myself that, like, you know, that's kind of the reason why, like, a lot of my other parts didn't really come out one after the other. It's just because, like, didn't really want to bother with it. Like, it's just, like, I forgot when I recorded Mega Man 2 after I played Mega Man 1. Might have taken a break after that. Yeah, I think I did, as a matter of fact, because I was always, like, I would always be tired or, you know, have a sore throat or something like that. Same time, like, you know, it is good to have breaks. Same time, though, you shouldn't take as much of a break like I did. So what are you weak against, Wily? I don't know what you're weak against. Let's use beat. B, go after him, dang it. I don't know what his whole point is, though, here, then, if he's not gonna do anything. You are useless. That does nothing. That does nothing. Unless this one just doesn't have a weakness or whatever. Ematosphere. Nope. There we go. Perfect. Now what do we got? Yes, of course we did the same thing. Why wouldn't it be? Except now he's just slightly harder to dodge. Because now he actually aims for where you are. Oh, I'm out of weapons, darn it. I thought we were still trying to shoot, even though there's nothing coming out. Let's be on the other side of the thing. Yeah, he's more random with how he jumps around. Should I be using my charge shot here? Maybe. Yep, I'll use my charge shot. I still used him more here than I did in 5. So I will give it that. Now we will go on to the true last boss, who is weak to the tomahawk. This is literally all it does. Definitely the easiest capsule in the whole series, though. He's just not trying. He's not even trying with his boss battle. No. Oh. Going that way. Slide. Go on. I'll forget it. Who cares? Right, you know what? Yeah, I do have 8 tanks, so just use them all. I don't even care. I don't know why I'm trying anymore. Get a perfect on him. I'm not gonna get perfect on him. With all this? Yeah, right. No, you and your hitbox. Just gonna spam it all. Who cares, Wily? You're going down either way. Where are you going now? Come on. Are you on to me? Oh, forget it. Really? You're just gonna appear in the same... Let's see. There, okay, good. Who cares? That's the end of it. The last Mega Man game ever. He finally got him. It's been 5 games. 6 games. And he's been jailed. And I don't know what the heck is being written here. The notorious Dr. Wily has been brought to justice. The Capcom Times, they got their own newspaper. 20XX is still the actual year. Dr. Wily doesn't get the chair, despite the fact that he's tried to take over the world 6 times now at this point. Almost started a war. And the people of the future don't know how to write actual newspapers. Because there was not a single English word aside from Capcom Times on there. Perfect. Blizzard Man is attacking nobody. And that's it though, guys. Mega Man 6. The last time we're going to be using the Legacy Collection for this series. We're going to be going on to the inferior Legacy Collection too, at least inferior because it doesn't have a rewind button. So that's the reason why I was using the rewind button so much this game, is because it's the last time we're going to get to use it. Mega Man 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, they all have like this stupid, you know, save state frickin' feature, which of course would be more inconvenient than the rewind button. And that's only because the save states only save every checkpoint. But we'll get into that whenever I get around to recording 7. Because, yeah, I think it's apparent that I should have been taking a break, more of a break between 5 and this game. It wasn't as fresh. Nightman, stop it. Daniel Vale, yeah. Daniel Vale, and then I need to see who made Tomahawk Man. I think most of the people that won this competition were Japanese anyway. Let me see, who designed you, Plant Man? That sounds very Japanese-ish. Japanian. Who made Tomahawk Man? That's the one that I wanted to check out. Might as well check it out now. What do you want me to do? Google it? I'm not gonna do that. So, a Japanese guy made a Native American. Windman, that was the other guy. It was Nightman and Windman. They were created by the Japanese, not the Japanese, the Canadian and/or American guy. And yes, I know America is not literally America. Michael Leader, really? I wonder what his job is now. I wonder how old he was when he did this. I want to see who made you Model Man. Who made a Japanese kid? Let me see. Rai Lightning Ichikawa. Now we got a regular credit scroll. Dun, and that was it. So like 6, as you know, it wasn't that obvious enough. It was freaking easy. Bosses went down way faster. Levels were way shorter. You got way more E-tanks, more lives, extra lives. So even if I didn't have the rewind button, I highly doubt I would have been getting a game over. And that'll also do it for the Legacy Collection, of course. Pretty basic, you know, set of games. I mean, when it came out, everybody was getting all upset because it's like, oh, well, Mega Man 1 through 6, they're like the easiest games to find out there, you know, in the market or whatever. Why are you going to just make it about Mega Man's 1 through 6? Put 7, 8, 9, and 10 on there as well. At the time, though, they were just trying to, like, you know, introduce Mega Man's best games. And 1 through 6, you know, are his earliest games, and they are also probably his best ones as well. I know I've been kind of, you know, screwing over on to be continued, thanks. Maybe this wasn't the last game. Like, I know I've been screwing, like, I've been saying, like, oh, I didn't really care for 3, I didn't really care for 2, I didn't really care for 6, you know. But, they're still the highest quality games out there. They're the ones that defined who Mega Man is, pretty much. And, you can't forget, you know, give a round of applause, shout out to the Legacy Collection's rewind button as well. You made the game so much more entertaining for me. As a matter of fact, the rewind button was the whole reason why I decided to start this series in the first place. Because it's like, I'm not playing 6 again. The reason why I started it is because the rewind button is just like, I was trying it out by myself on the Switch. And I was like, what the heck is this rewind thing? And I did it. And it was just, it made the game so much more fun. It was freaking hilarious playing these games and then just like not getting any game overs. Not you know, just fixing any issues that I had to start out with, completing certain challenges that I had in the original versions of the game, you know, really minor things, but it added like a different dimension to these games, which just made them more fun to me and made me want to play them. So it's gonna be kind of sad to see them go away now. Can't rewind the games whenever I want. So next time, guys, though, we're gonna be playing the Legacy Collection 2, starting off with Mega Man 7, which is has been upgraded to not being my least favorite Mega Man game or classic Mega Man game, but it's still kind of down there. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Hope you guys liked it. I know I didn't really say a whole lot. Probably was the weakest part of the original 6 episodes. But thank you guys for watching still, and I hope you guys are looking forward to Mega Man 7 whenever I get around to it. I'm pretty sure we'll have some fun with it. Yeah, don't take that as like an omen for the rest of the series. Thank you guys for watching again. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked what you saw. And I'll see you guys next time whenever I get around to making another video. Have a good one.